What up, y'all? Once again, you're rocking with your boy, Stay Humble, and you're tuned into My Moment. So we're going to continue on with this beat, Imitators. And I got a definition for the word authentic. We say real recognize real, right? So this word authentic, here's what it means. Real or genuine, true and accurate, made to be or look just like an original. So if we are to be imitators, that means we're supposed to be a copy or a mimic or a representation of something else. To be authentic is to be real or genuine, all right? And it says to be made or look just like an original. So Romans chapter 8, verse 29, listen to what it says. For those whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, in order that he might be the firstborn among many brothers. So as a believer, we were predestined to be conformed to the image of Jesus. So we're supposed to be imitators of Christ. Paul told us to be imitators of God. Then again, he tells us to imitate me as I imitate Christ, all right? So now the question is, what does it look like to imitate Christ? Example number 1. It's found in John chapter 13. Starting at verse 12. Right after Jesus washes the feet of his disciples, here's what he says. When he had washed their feet and put on his outer garments and resumed his place, he said to them, do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example. I've given you an example, that you also should do just as I have done to you. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Then he goes on to say, he's like, look, if I've placed myself as your teacher, as your leader, in a position to serve, if I've done that, then it is your responsibility to do the same. I want you to mimic. He said, I've set for you an example. Do this, all right? And here's what's so cool, because verse 17, chapter 13, verse 17, he says, if you know these things, you'll be blessed. Now, I know most of you guys ain't got the Bible with you, but you might see it right there on the screen. But it doesn't say if you know these things, you'll be blessed. Instead, it says, if you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. Guys, the answers are right here. I was out yesterday and I had the opportunity to share the gospel with some young men. We were fishing on the street, just checking in to see if they, if they needed some work. We've got a work event coming up where we got somebody coming out to speak to guys who have a checkered past and need some help. So, opportunities for real careers. Anyway, and I might as well tell you now, that's June 5th at World Overcomers Ministry with Kingdom Men in Action. We'll be having a union rep come out talk to us. But anyway, as I see these two guys, I just holler, yo, you guys looking for work? They both swarm the ride like, yeah. So I give them the information. We get to talking for a quick second. And I mean, in just a matter of a few moments, I'm talking 2 to 3 minutes, after we got out of the car and started to talk, the one brother was overcome with emotion. He's going through. He's struggling right now. And see, that's not a bad thing. I was just reminded by a dear brother of mine, Brother Paul, it's not a bad thing to show your emotion in front of your family or to show your emotion in front of people. If Jesus wept, and once again, he's our example, then we certainly can do the same. But this young man just began to cry in front of us, I mean, he was, the pain that he was going through was so real, and he was so open to the gospel. So I just want to encourage you, because this is your moment. You were put here because God wants you to be here. And he's given you a task, he's given you an assignment that he's empowered you, he's equipped you to accomplish. But it's our responsibility to walk in obedience. And if you want to be blessed, Jesus said, you want to be great in the kingdom, become the servant of all. This is the example he set for us. We're to be imitators. The harvest is ripe. The fields are ready. The pain is real.